Hello everyone, it's TubeMix or Will here, either will do. And a couple of weeks ago I was saddened to hear about the death of the legendary actor Sir Michael Gambon. Now, I wasn't available when Sir Michael passed, so I thought I would do a tribute now. So, to me, when anybody says Michael Gambon, makes me think of two roles. One being Professor Albus Brian Wolfric Dumbledore, or just Dumbledore, taken over from Richard Harris, of course. And the other one, the voice of adverts for bank HSBC. Yeah, that's the second thing it makes me think of. The third thing, well, he guest starred in a 2010 episode of Doctor Who based on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, but with a Doctor Who twist, where he stars with Catherine Jenkins and the 11th Doctor Matt Smith. It was his first Christmas special. So those are the three things that make me think of Sir Michael. As Dumbledore, well, he was given more time, inevitably, than Richard Harris to develop the character a bit more. Richard Harris only played him in the first two films before his sudden passing. Michael played him from The Prisoner of Azkaban to The Half-Blood Prince, with a cameo in the final film, The Deathly Hallows, Part 2, because it was split to two parts. But long before Harry Potter, Michael has had a long career on the stage and in films and television, and maybe you watched him in The Singing Detective. Well, it was set in the 40s, and yes, that was one of his biggest roles. He had a cameo in Johnny English Strikes Again as well, the third in the Johnny English series, where a couple of old men, retired men, and they were blown up actually because of some substance, but it was done in a very funny and humorous way, of course, as Johnny English is. And just what a great voice Sir Michael had. One of those great voices for an actor, such a brilliant actor. I watched a clip from A Christmas Carol, the Doctor Who 2010 Christmas special, as I said, because YouTube recommended to me, and it was such a wonderful scene, and Michael's performance in that was just wonderful opposite Matt Smith. He played a Scrooge-like figure, and Catherine Jenkins was his love interest, and she was sort of cryogenically frozen. It was a strange episode. There was a fish that ate the Doctor's sonic screwdriver. It was a bit bizarre, but it was such a wonderful and touching story, and his performance was just absolutely wonderful. I think one of the greatest moments for him as Dumbledore, well, was in The Prisoner of Azkaban, I think it is. Just trying to think of the quotes, because it's basically about how light can prevail against the darkness. I think it's, but things can seem not so bad when someone simply remembers to turn on the light. Yes. Oh, actually, sorry. I think I've got it. Hope can be found in the darkest of times when someone turns on the light. That's the basis of it, and it's such a brilliant quote, and he delivers it so calmly as well. And yeah, the Half-Blood Prince, of course, I think is really where he gets to do a bit more as Dumbledore, as in that's the story where Dumbledore dies, and it's a big story. It's dark. It's really dark. Compared to the first few Harry Potter films and stories, but yeah, he does a really good job. Excuse me. So yes, obviously it's hit me. I mean, having seen the Harry Potter films, remembering the HSBC adverts, remembering the Doctor Who episode. You know, he was an actor that I saw quite a bit of on TV and films, and you know, his voice was very recognisable. So rest in peace, Sir Michael. Thank you so much for your very long and varied career. And the good thing is, like a musician, he will live on through his work. So if you watch the 2010 Christmas special this Christmas, then you can raise a glass to Michael. Or if you wanted to watch the Harry Potter movies, or, well, this might seem very unlikely, but if you're a fan of old adverts, then maybe you can dig out a HSBC advert from the noughties and pay tribute to him that way. Or maybe watch The Singing Detective. I mean, there's so much to choose from, and that's just a very small chunk. So rest in peace, Sir Michael, and thank you very much for the memories and the work that you've given us. And that's it for this video. If you want to, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix YouTube channel. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.